Hello everybody, welcome back. This is your tropical update for June 29th. We are still watching the three areas in the Atlantic. Potential tropical cyclone True located north of Venezuela heading towards the ABC Islands as we speak. An area of interest behind it associated with the tropical wave. And Invest 95L currently located in the Gulf of Mexico and very likely now a tropical depression. I'll talk more about that here in a second. Again, very likely that this storm gets upgraded to a tropical depression at the 5 p.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center. Tropical storm watch is possible for Texas later today. Here is the impact map associated with these storms. That yellow X is the area of interest located over the Atlantic right now, making its way towards some of the Lesser Antilles, which could have minimal impacts associated with it. Potential tropical cyclone 2 still has tropical storm force winds, meaning low impacts across portions of Venezuela, Colombia, the ABC Islands, as well as Panama, Costa Rica, and Nicaragua. Slight impacts possible as well, mainly due to wind and rainfall over portions of southern Nicaragua and northern Costa Rica. And over Texas due to Invest 95L, which, as I said, is likely to become Tropical Depression 3 here very shortly. Low impacts mainly due to rainfall over portions of Texas and Louisiana. The area over Texas, please note, could receive 5 to 8 inches of rainfall isolated, but we're keeping it in the low category for now due to widespread amounts will remain in that 3 to 5 inch range. Here is Invest 95L. Maybe if I can click onto it, if you look at the center of the screen here at the low level below this convection, you can see that the storm is in fact rotating and a decent amount of convection associated with it. And I'll show some more evidence for that here in a second. Again, we can see Texas, the northern Mexican coast, extreme northern Mexican coast, and portions of Louisiana possibly impacted by this. Again, very likely that this storm gets upgraded here shortly, and I'll prove that right now. Due to the aircraft in the storm, we see rotation on all four sides, going this way, going this way, going this way, and going this way. That's four sides. We have rotation associated with Invest 95L. We have convection. This storm is a tropical depression as we speak. So Tropical Depression 3 very likely now located south of Texas, going to be making its way up into Texas. Where exactly it makes landfall doesn't really matter. I mean, it might reach tropical storm strength, but it probably won't. It probably will remain a tropical depression. Areas near Corpus Christi, Victoria, are where that landfall would be at, but the heaviest rainfall is up near Houston and Galveston. So that's worth noting with this storm. Again, very likely a tropical depression. Probably won't become a tropical storm, but if it does, we'll probably have tropical storm watches or warnings in place later today. Potential tropical cyclone 2 located, well, I need to point it out because it's still a wave. It doesn't have rotation on all four sides like 95L does. It's located here, which is right next to the ABC Islands. Venezuela's here. Colombia is over here. And that's what we have with this storm. Tropical storm warnings in effect for the ABC Islands, as well as portions of Venezuela and Colombian coastlines. Likely going to be making its way towards Nicaragua and Costa Rica here shortly. Will weaken as it crosses Central America, and then once again become a tropical storm once it is in the Pacific. So again, a lot to figure out here still. It might be Thursday by the time this thing becomes a tropical storm for real, but it could happen very soon as well. So we'll see exactly when it happens. National Hurricane Center up to an 80% chance within the next 48 hours, remaining 90% through the next 5 days. Very likely we have tropical storm force winds across northern Venezuela and Colombia, as well as, of course, the ABC Islands, which this storm will impact directly, as well as Nicaragua and Costa Rica. The dynamical models now lessening the chance that this storm becomes a Category 1 hurricane in the Atlantic. However, by the time it reaches the Pacific, it could become a Category 1 hurricane for real. Now, it could become a strong tropical storm still before making landfall on Costa Rica or Nicaragua. From there, though, it does appear that it has potential to increase in strength, but we'll see exactly what happens when the storm gets to that point in its life. Real quickly, that area of interest located over the Atlantic, not really looking great on satellite presentation today. National Hurricane Center up to a 30% chance of formation within the next 5 days. Again, Leeward Islands, Puerto Rico, maybe Hispaniola, but it's really not looking like it'll make it that far. As we see from the 12Z GFS ensemble, only a few models develop it, and it keeps it relatively to the south. Of course, we can see 2 as well as what will become Tropical Depression 3, all developing very standard in a standard way here on the GFS ensemble. The European ensemble, much the same, a little bit more support for that area of interest, but still decreasing and probably not going to form, seeming to be the consensus now. Again, that area of near Texas likely to become Tropical Depression 3 here soon, as well as in a potential Tropical Cyclone 2 with development as it makes its way and continues to develop once it is in the Pacific. So again, potential Tropical Cyclone 2, an area of interest, as well as Invest 95L, which will likely be upgraded to Tropical Depression 3 here shortly by the National Hurricane Center. That's all for now. Chris Dixon for their Catholic Media.